Bitcoin this year has absolutely skyrocketed again, and it's one of the best performing assets of the year. So you can see it had a low of around £4,000 and it's shot up now to just under 12,000. So many people want to try get in on this and buy Bitcoin as it's rising and hopefully catch it before another bullish market and it absolutely skyrockets again. However, one of the only platforms to do this that's user-friendly or as user-friendly as Trading 212 has been Coinbase. I have actually uploaded a video of how to get it on Coinbase for pretty much absolutely no fees, so go check that video out if you haven't already. But the main point of this video is to introduce you to Trading 212's new ETF that it has on offer. That is a Bitcoin ETF. So starting off, I'll just go straight into it and show you the ETF. So if you go into the search bar here and you type in BTC, which is the Bitcoin ticker symbol, you can find this Bitcoin ETP ticker symbol BTCE. So this is the Bitcoin ETF that Trading 212 has recently released. Unfortunately, Trading 212 doesn't give a lot of information on what the actual product is or how it's managed or any of that kind of information. So what I've done, I've gone into this company's website, so I'll open it up here, and this gives you a little bit more information. I've opened up some of the prospectus, fact sheets, and stuff like that, so I can just get a bit more information on it. So it starts off saying an easy way to invest in Bitcoin. It's like safe custody, but again, it doesn't really mean much. So to start off with, kind of introduce what it is. This ETF issues bonds and they're backed by Bitcoin, so they own the Bitcoin. So when you buy this ETF, you don't necessarily own the cryptocurrency. It's quite similar to when people buy a gold ETF or funds that track the price of gold. This is what this is designed to do, is to track the price of Bitcoin. Again, like gold, it's not as it's a hard concept to understand, because with gold there's some fraudulent activity going on. There is more gold on paper than it actually is physically gold in the world, meaning some funds like this could possibly do is misstating how much gold, or in this case Bitcoin, they have, and it could basically be selling like 1 ounce of gold or 1 Bitcoin to two of the same people. So you don't really own it and you can't technically withdraw it. This could have its problems in future. This is a new product, so it can be quite risky. So going on to the next sheet here, there is, whilst Trading 212 is a commission-free broker, ETFs still have their own management charges. So if I just scroll down here, so the cryptocurrency, you can see the cryptocurrency tracker here, this ETF, has a fee of 2% per annum. So that means every year you're paying 2% of your value of the ETF. So if you have £100 worth, every year you're paying £2 for the management of this fund. And scrolling down here, I thought it was quite funny. They're showing the risk indicator here, so how high it is. It's rated a 6 on the risk scale. And it also goes here to some performance scenarios. So it does this like on backdata, kind of future predictions, trends, etc. So it goes into some of their best case scenarios and worst case. So it starts off on a worst case, saying if you invested €10,000 or same difference, £10,000, the worst case scenario would apparently be losing 90%. So that's quite a mental figure. But it also goes on to say a favourable scenario, not best case, it just says favourable, like yeah, it's good. And they reckon you can return, after the deducting costs, after the 2% management fee, a 298.8% return on this fund, which is quite crazy when you think about it. Whether that's the actual case and whether that will happen, it'll be interesting to see. I do strongly believe Bitcoin is going up, and I have been buying on Coinbase, and so I can actually hold the cryptocurrency in my ledger or wallet, and I actually own it. So this is an interesting concept for those on Trading 212. It's nice to see that you can buy Bitcoin through an ISA account, which means it's completely tax-free. Because obviously, if you do get these astronomical gains, 300% in a year, if you hold that outside of an ISA, you're going to be paying a hell of a lot of tax on that. Currently, the UK's tax threshold for like a normal investment's capital gains is £12,000. So if you own anything over that, depending on your income, you've been paying up to like 40-60% tax on that. So if you've got an ISA account with Trading 212, which I don't at the moment, I'm currently with Hargreaves Lansdown. I just had the investor account with Trading 212 because I've got a small amount in it. It could be worth looking into this instead of actually owning Bitcoin and buying it through Coinbase, where you probably would have to pay a lot more tax. So other than that, the fund is quite interesting. they're backing it by bonds, instead of using like a fiat currency, Great British pounds or dollars. They're just doing it through Bitcoin. So it's quite an interesting concept. They note here about the bonds have not been and will not be registered under the US Securities Act of 1933. Talking about how it's like, so obviously it goes against US regulations. So it's quite a different concept, and people in the US won't be able to invest in this, which I know a lot of people are asking about it. I know a lot of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency ETFs. It would be nice to see if they was more diversified, if they maybe had a bit of Ethereum or Ripple in there, just to mix it up and see how, supposedly experts, they know what they're doing, how they value them kind of investments and how they want to put in there. So at the moment, I won't be holding any of this fund. As of yet, I want to read a bit more into it. Like I said, I'm still a bit confused by how it's run by bonds, the allocation of if it's 100% Bitcoin. But it's definitely an interesting concept. And in the future, I probably will be doing it. But for the meantime, I will be buying Bitcoin and tracking it without the management fees on Coinbase. So thanks for watching, and let me know what your thoughts on this Bitcoin ETF. And if you'll be purchasing any of it, I'd be really interested to hear. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.